Today we're making a Campari Holiday Drink that has been lost to time, the Camparinara. I am super excited about this drink because it's actually rare for me to find something that is new in the historic drinks category, and new to me and I think new to all of you. There are instances of lesser known drinks, but this one really is something where I'm pretty sure that no one today has ever heard of this or come across this drink. And the best part of all is that this drink tastes great. And the way I found this cocktail, I find that interesting. I came to it through the Jungle Bird, a tiki classic, but I'd also argue that it's not actually tiki. A conversation for another day. But what makes the Jungle Bird unique is the use of Campari and rum. And up until that point, the tropical and tiki cocktails that we knew of usually did not consist of ingredients like Campari or other bitter Amaro-like ingredients. Beach Bum Berries shared the recipe for the Jungle Bird, and many enjoyed this cocktail, but it was around 2010 when Giuseppe Gonzalez shared his version of the Jungle Bird, which uses a blackstrap rum. That version became very popular, cementing the Jungle Bird as a tropical masterpiece. Now we can look back and see other cocktails from before the Jungle Bird that used a bitter Amaro-like ingredient, but it got me thinking about Campari and rum cocktails. How is it possible that the first time this combination shows up is at the Kuala Lumpur Hilton in 1969? There must have been earlier drinks. And while there may have been, and there still might be, I could find only one. The Camparinara, which was first shared in 1966 in the Standard Times from New Bedford, Massachusetts. The recipe would show up again in 1968 and finally 1973, never to be heard of again. I did search high and low for more recipes featuring rum and Campari, and there were none that I could find in newspaper archives, and I searched through almost 500 historic cocktail books from the 1860s all the way up to the mid-century 1950s, and I found nothing. Now, the original Camparinara Punch can be served hot or cold, and I'll share the original recipe for a large-scale punch in the description, but I've converted this into a cocktail format, and actually two formats. I'll explain that shortly. The goal was to capture the essence of this drink and all of the ingredients in a smaller, more manageable format. Now, as to the name, I don't know. It seems unlikely to be a recipe put out by Campari, but was most likely some American's way to make it sound more Italian. It's like they said, I like Campari and I like carbonara. We'll just combine the two. Now, the punch recipe calls for Campari, light rum, lemon juice, nutmeg, clove, ginger, allspice, and cinnamon. To convert this into a cocktail format, we'll save the nutmeg for the garnish and use Campari, a not light rum, but something flavorful, lemon juice, ginger syrup, cinnamon syrup, and allspice trim. That means the only thing kind of missing here is clove. And you could use some type of clove tincture, but I'd rather just leave it out and lean on that allspice trim. In fact, I have a clove tincture somewhere around here, but my guess is if I used it, maybe like 5 of you would actually make it. So leaving it out means that we get a simple drink that most of us will be able to make with ingredients that we already have on hand. So the two recipes I'm sharing today are close to the same, but one is equal parts Campari and rum served up. That version will be more Campari forward, and the other version will be with more rum and served on a large rock. But before we make it, I have an old bottle of Campari, not as old as the recipe, but the bottle is as old as I am, and it seems like a good opportunity to taste this against a new bottle of Campari. When you do find one of these bottles, treat it like you found a Ferrari in an old barn and leave the dust on. People pay extra for that authentic dust. It's an obvious difference in the color here. The older version that's now 41 years old looks a little more oxidized, a little darker red, more like a vermouth. And then the new bottle obviously is a bright red. Let's start with the new as our baseline. Cheers. It tastes like Campari. It's bitter and extra bitter on the finish as opposed to up front. Up front it's not as bitter. It's sweet. You get the orange notes. It is unmistakably Campari, and to me it's very unique, and it has the right amount of bitterness. Let's move on to trying the old one. Cheers. It's pretty light, but it still smells like Campari. That's remarkably good. That exceeded my expectations. It is a little bit thinner, but still sweet. It has the bitter finish. It almost has a more candied orange flavor to it. But I do think that the overall flavor of it is maybe more enjoyable than the new bottle of Campari. I don't know if talking about dusty old cars has me thinking of dusty old things, but it does have that note of like an old leather-bound book. That's a quality you can find in many rums. I get a little bit of that here. Overall, that's pretty good considering it's now 41 years old and probably has not been touched in the last 30 years. I would guess that this has not been opened in over 30 years. I'm still going to move forward with the new Campari so we can all taste the same thing, because I doubt too many of you are going to have a 41-year-old bottle of Campari. But if you do, go ahead and try it with this. And I didn't buy this or anyone sent it to me. I found it at my mom's house, back of the cabinet. Had to grab it. All right, so let's make the Campari Nara. We'll make both versions at the same time. The up version on the left, the larger format cocktail version on the right, and it looks like somebody forgot to turn on the holiday lights. Hold on 1 second. Go. Each cocktail will get all three of our sweeteners here, and the up version will get 1 teaspoon of each, and then the version on ice will get 2 teaspoons of each. So we'll start with our ginger syrup, followed by our cinnamon syrup. Then we'll do our allspice strand. The one on the left is getting 3/4 ounces of lemon juice, while the right will be getting 1 full ounce of lemon juice. Both are getting 1 ounce of Campari. Now on the left side, we'll do 1 ounce of a lighter rum to match the original drink. And then on the right, we'll do 2 ounces of a flavorful rummy rum. I like Chairman's here. I like it for a baseline rum, but you could go with something from Barbados or just use whatever you like. I'll express a lemon peel over the up version, and then some nutmeg on the other. And then we want to make sure we don't forget to garnish these, so we'll do a lemon twist on the up version and some candied ginger on the other. So there you go, 2 versions of the Camparinara Punch. All right, so the reason that there are 2 versions in front of us is because when I was first putting this back together, I wanted to keep it as true to form as possible. And that meant equal parts of the syrups involved and equal parts Campari and rum. And when I served that drink to myself on 1 large ice cube, I found it to be delicious, but incredibly crushable. Like you could drink like 3 or 4 of them. And I don't find that in many cocktails. So I wanted to make it a little bit stronger and bolder. So that's why we have a little more syrup in the other ones, the ginger syrup, the cinnamon, and the allspice strand in this one, with more lemon juice and then 2 ounces of rum to bring forward more of that rumminess. So let's go ahead and start with the up version, the more Campari forward version. Cheers. It's super bright. The lemon juice with the bright components of Campari bring forward something that does not feel heavy. In the past, when I've made this version, I've used a heavier rum, like the Chairman's. I've tried a couple other rums there too. But I wanted, in this case, to showcase what this original punch may have looked like if served cold, using a light rum. So the rum flavor doesn't come through as much, but there is plenty cocktail to it. The Campari is there. In both of these are not going to be too bitter. What I really enjoyed about finding this recipe wasn't just the fact that it was rum and Campari, but if you look at the sweeteners here, ginger syrup, cinnamon syrup, allspice strand, those are probably they're definitely the 3 boldest, biggest flavors of syrups or the liqueurs I use often that I keep on hand all the time. Cinnamon syrup, obviously, ginger syrup, obviously, they both provide levels of spice to them. And then the allspice strand as well, providing that like rich Christmas tree-like vibe to it that is unmistakable. And in these cocktails, what is testament to the Campari is they're not overblowing anything else in the drink. The Campari is still there, the lemon juice is still there, and all of those spice flavors. So let's move on to the version with a full 2 ounces of rum. Cheers. It is so good because it is a rum cocktail in nature. It is not a Campari first cocktail. It is a rum cocktail first with the Campari, with all of the ginger and the cinnamon and the allspice. This is a drink that I love this drink. I have made this many times over the past few weeks. I found the recipe many months ago. I don't know what I was expecting. I did end up changing things a little bit from, the punch, which is like throwing in cinnamon sticks and pieces of ginger. So we are changing that to use sweetened versions of those instead of just using spices and sugar, which is harder to do in a cocktail format. I've made this when I wasn't even trying to iterate this, just to enjoy it. I find it to be delicious, and both of them crushable. I am so happy to have come across this recipe and to share it here because I do think it is delicious. This isn't some, secret long lost cocktail that some famous bartender made that was tucked away in a book somewhere. It was in a newspaper. It was a punch in a newspaper, and it never got a lot of attention. And we are converting this quite a bit in terms of just how we're consuming it. But hey, if you want to make that punch, I will leave that recipe in the description. Let me know if you try that hot or cold. But I am just happy that this drink exists because it is delicious. It is Campari, and it is Campari and rum. So that is it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel. And hey, if you make this, make sure that you let me know in the comments below or tag me on Instagram. I hope that this kind of takes off and people like it and can see that this is a cool thing that we have here, a Campari and rum cocktail. And I'll keep looking for more older than this to see if there's anything out there as delicious as this or the Jungle Bird. And hey, if you want to support this channel more, check out my Patreon page. Otherwise, till the next one.